What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Moicano versus Duncan just ended at the Apex not too long ago, probably around like 15 minutes ago. And we're going to be giving y'all my thoughts about the card. And it was the best card of the year, to be honest, guys. This is a real hardcore fight night. And yeah, I'm just going to give you my thoughts. And I'm being sarcastic, by the way. This card was exactly how it was promoted on paper. So first fight of the night, we got Kai Kamaka versus Dakota Hope. Neither of these guys are very good, to be honest. It says the method was submission, but I'm very, very confident this was a decision. But this was a shit fight. It wasn't a good fight, guys. Two low-level guys throwing wild shots. Dakota Hope, I think it was his first fight in the UFC. Kai Kamaka coming back to the UFC. I think his first fight since like 2021 or something like that. But Kai Kamaka gets the decision. Both guys didn't really look that promising. Just a throwaway fight, to be honest. I don't really have any future thoughts about these two fighters. I think they're both low level. First fight of the night, though, so it's not really anything too crazy. Second fight of the night, we got Dione Barbosa versus Melissa Gatto. This fight was pretty similar. Two low-level WMA fighters fighting. I think the only thing that was kind of interesting about this fight was Barbosa hit Gatto with the illegal kick when she was down, and Gatto didn't even get hit in the fucking head and flopped down like a fucking fish, acting like she got KO'd, like Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira style. But no, it did not land on her. She tried to sell it and get a DQ. But she ends up losing the decision. It was a pretty underwhelming fight. Another low-level fight. No one really cares about these two. It says UFC says it's a submission. The site sucks. But Barbosa got the decision. But no one really cares about this fight, to be honest. So if you watched it, then congrats. We got Azamat Bakayev versus Tresean Gore. This was actually a really good fight. Pretty exciting fight, to be honest. I thought Azamat was gonna win, to be honest. Everyone kind of, I think he was like minus 500 or some crazy line to win, and Gore won by submission. So they actually got this one right. It was actually a submission due to a guillotine. Gore has a low key a nice guillotine. He really has a nice guillotine. I think he's won like 3 fights in the UFC by submission. I think they were all guillotines, if I'm not mistaken. But Gore was very vocal on the mic, saying how this is like the revival of his career. Do I really buy into it? No, I don't really think Gore's all that good. I think his striking leaves a lot to be desired. Azamat did drop him with a right hand that stunned him and dropped him. But Azamat, his cardio failed him in this fight. He really didn't look too good, to be honest. His striking looked decent. Then he kind of gassed out. Gore kind of took over. Got the sub late. But nonetheless, that was a good performance by Gore. Got to give it to him. I didn't really think he was all that good. But he did show some heart. And Azamat, his cardio's got some work to do. He looks like he's on steroids. So that might be something to do with it. Maybe those steroids are really draining his system. But Gore wins by submission. Good win. Now we got Alice Pereira versus Haley Cohen. Another crazy finish. Pereira, I didn't really pay attention to this fight too much, to be honest. I didn't really care about it, but I did catch the finish. And Pereira caught her with a nasty knee, dropped her bad, basically just put her out cold from the knee. She hits the floor. She landed some vicious ground and pound after when she was already knocked out cold. The referee didn't get her off her in time. But yeah, this is just WMA. Like, it's nothing like, it doesn't really mean too much, but it was a cool finish, nonetheless. And then we got Lando Vanata versus Darius Flowers. Darius Flowers coming off a long layoff. Lando Vanata coming off a long layoff. Two guys that are probably borderline scrubs fighting each other. I think Flowers got the KO ground and pound finish. Lando looked like shit. He might have bet against himself to on this fight, to be honest. He looked awful. He should not never came back. He looked horrible, unmotivated. Flowers looked whatever. Nothing really to say about this fight, to be honest. Both mid fighters, a throwaway fight, but it was an exciting finish on the card. So people are gonna say, "Oh my God, this card was fucking good, man. Did you see that fight, man? Did you see those finishes?" No, it was a pretty. It's a finish, yeah, but like it doesn't mean shit. It means nothing to the UFC. If you want to see a fight like a KO like that, go to your local bar. In my opinion, my humble opinion, guys. All right, pretty good fight actually. Alexandro Costa versus Stuart Nickel. Costa wins. I think it says a submission on here, but I'm pretty sure he won via decision, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what it says here. Let's see. Okay, now here we go. Round 2 KO. Yeah, it was a KO. I do remember that. Yes, he KO'd him. This was actually a pretty good fight. Costa looked good. He looks fast. I actually like Costa's skill set, to be honest. I think he's actually a really skilled fighter, and I can actually see him making some noise in that flyweight division at some point. So he did have some tough matchups when he first got in the UFC. I know he fought Albazi on like his UFC debut, and he's fought Urseg and lost to both those guys. But I think this is actually a good performance from him. He looked good. He looked fast on the feet. He caught Nickel with a body shot that put him down, I'm pretty sure. But Nickel's a bum, so it doesn't really mean too much. The matchmaking on this card wasn't the greatest. But we have high hopes for Costa. We're on the Costa train here on this channel. I like Costa. So nice to see Costa get a finish. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he's got next. Then we got the fight of the night. We got Pat versus Tom Peterson. I hate when it goes to the top. But anyways, majority decision Tom Peterson. I didn't really watch this fight too much, to be honest, because I didn't give a fuck. It's low-level heavyweight. If you look at the physiques, you would think that Pat would win. He's kind of a taller dude. This dude's tubby. Very tubby. He honestly, like, I watched a little bit of it. He would just rush in with boxing and clinch and try to take you down. He did take him down in the third round, though, and beat the shit out of him on the ground. Pat has no grappling. So it's just bad heavyweight versus bad heavyweight. So nothing really to say there. So far on the prelims did end. And no meaningful fights. Some exciting fights, but no meaningful fights. Costa was the only one I thought that has a realistic chance of being something in the UFC. So nice. Now we get the main card. Main card was performed pretty well as well. And I enjoyed watching the main card. Jose Delano versus Robert Rachula. This fight was fucking frustrating to watch, to be honest. Like, Robert Rachula's shot selection is awful. He's kept doing spinning back kicks and spinning fists and just wonky striking techniques that just weren't even getting close to hitting Delano. And Delano looked fast. Delano actually looked really good. This was his first fight coming back from Dana White's Contender Series after winning that contract. And he looked fast. He has pillow punch hands. He's more of like a slick striker. Likes to throw his hands, throws kicks, moves side to side. And he landed a lot of strikes. 127 total strikes landed, which is actually pretty cool. It was actually a pretty fun fight to watch. But I have Jose Delano. I had him winning this fight either way. I think he won from like a 20. I think it was 30-26 because Rachula grabbed the fence, and it was an egregious grab. It was egregious, to be honest. It was very egregious, the way he grabbed the fence. But nevertheless, Jose Delano gets the decision. I actually think he's actually a pretty good fighter in the UFC. I think this is featherweight. I can see him getting into the top 15. So this is actually a pretty good fight to watch, and I can see Delano making some noise. So Rachula, not so much. Now we got Tom McMillan versus Mondo Zacchuni. Probably said that wrong, guys. But this was a fucking crazy ass fight. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Tommy McMillan's fucking dog shit, guys, but he's exciting as fuck, and he won. So that's cool. His corner and Sean O'Malley and the Red Rocket Tim were there coaching him up. I don't know what the fuck instructions they had for him because he didn't really do anything where you were like, that was technical. It was literally from the start of the fucking bell to the end of the fight, he was just throwing crazy shots, back walking him down, just throwing crazy knees and straight shots and hooks and kicks and all types of shit at him. Milano didn't really look good at all. It was, how good can Tommy really be? Probably not that good. He's too wild. He's fun to watch. He's good on the mic as well. On the mic, he was saying all this crazy shit. But once he faces someone that's actually really good, he's gonna get his shit ran pretty good. And I'm kind of excited for it because I don't really fuck with him, to be honest. He's kind of a fucking Sean O'Malley wannabe. He kind of tried to copy Sean O'Malley's thing at the very start of the fight. He was like, no, we don't fuck with Tommy on this channel. But he did win, so excited to see what he has next for the UFC because he is exciting. So yeah, now we got another good fight: Ethan Ewing versus Rafael Esteban. This is actually a really good fight. It ended in a body shot. I know Ewing won. I think it was in the third round. Yep, in the third round. I'm very happy that Ewing won. I think Ewing's a cool story. He came in on short notice, beat Wildmaker on like 2 days notice or 3 days notice, and he was like plus 1,200 to win, and he won. And now he fights an undefeated Brazilian, Rafael Esteban. And Esteban missed weight. It's a cool fight. I'm glad Ewing won. He looked great. His striking is slick. He has good boxing. He doesn't really throw so many kicks, but his boxing's really nice. And he's a young fighter. He's only like 28, 29. And I'm glad Esteban finally lost because he's missed weight in like 4 fights. He deserves to be cut from the UFC, in my opinion. He's if you miss weight in 4 fights, he used to be at flyweight, I believe. And then you move it to bantamweight and you still fucking miss weight. That's some Kelvin Gastelum type of shit. So I'm glad he got a taste of his own medicine and getting fucked up. Ewing fucked him up pretty good. His face was all battered up. But I am excited to see what Ewing has in the future. I think he can make some noise in that bantamweight division. He's a good little fighter. I don't know what his upside is or his ceiling because he's kind of like Delano, pillow hands, but he does piece some people up. So I can see him. Let's throw him against. I don't know. Someone close to the top 15 though. I think he deserves that almost top 15 ranked shot, and see what we can do for him. I'm excited for Ewing though. I'm glad for him. He's a 9-5 hero like I am. Next fight we got Abdul Ruckam. I don't know how to say his name, to be honest. Versus Brenson Ribeiro. This fight played out exactly like he thought it was going to play out. Not really anything to say about it. Abdul subbed him first round. He was like minus 1,200 to win. Ribeiro's a scrub. Easy takedown. Got him down. Tripped him. Got the rear naked choke. I'm excited for Abdul, though. I think he's going to be a good fighter in the light heavyweight division. Light heavyweight needs some contenders. So this was a good fight just to see what he can do. It's like a little showcase. We're showcasing guys on this Apex cards now. This is what the Apex really is now. It's a showcase for low-level people to see if you got it or you don't. A lot of them are low-level, though. But he was one of the few that actually passed the fraud check. All right. Then we got Berna versus Tabitha Ricci. This fight sucked. I honestly couldn't watch this fight. Like, it was so boring. Like, Tabitha Ricci fucking sucks. Like, I don't care if you think Tabitha Ricci's hot and you see her weight cuts and you see her and her, like, that UFC fan base that simps for Ricci and Dern, and they think that since she's hot, she's got to be good at fighting. No, she sucks cock. She's awful. I don't know how she's top ranked in this top 7. Berna out-grappled her. to an easy decision. This was a boring fight though, to be honest. Didn't really fuck with it. Richie's striking sucks. She sucks too, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Like she didn't look that good either. but she sucks less than Richie, so she got the W by decision. Don't really care what they have in store for us for either of them. So meaningless fight in a way, because she already got a title shot and she looked like shit in her title shot. And Tabitha is never getting a title shot. So next. Yeah, but she's not good, guys. Even though she's hot, it's not Cope here. She's not good. And the main event, guys, the main event. I'm not gonna lie, I had Chris Duncan gonna win this fight. I thought he was gonna win. I thought Moicano's striking was dog shit, and I thought Chris Duncan was gonna KO him. I did know they were training partners, and I do know Chris Duncan's not the best striker, but I know he has power and he's kind of a wild man. And Moicano's striking's not that good, but I didn't know Moicano was gonna make that easy of work of him. It was a pretty easy finish for Moicano. Duncan looked like total dog shit. Maybe since they've sparred with each other, Moicano knew everything that Duncan was gonna do. But Moicano subs him in the second round, rear naked choke. Duncan tapped pretty instantly. Duncan had no answers for Moicano in this fight. So I am happy for Moicano. I think he's an interesting personality. Do I really think Moicano is going to do anything in the future? No. But he's an exciting fighter, exciting personality, and I am happy that he wins because he's a good guy. So we're happy Moicano gets our W, gets his W, gets probably you probably got a bonus. I don't know if I could see that on here, but Scotland's not happy. I'll tell you that much. Scotland, you're not gonna get a main event for a while, and Chris Duncan failed y'all. Chris Duncan, he's probably just another prelim fighter from here on out. He's not that good. He's a guy with a lot of power. Throw him some fun fights, though. He's a fun fighter, so throw him against a fun fighter, and he'll produce on like a pay-per-view prelims, early prelims. But yeah, it's really the card, guys. That's really the card. This card really didn't do anything for me. I didn't really get any answers on who's coming up in the divisions. It's another one of those cards where the UFC went to the Apex, didn't have to sell pay-per-views, didn't have to sell seats. They kind of just, they winged it. They threw up some shit. The card didn't deliver, in my opinion. Twitter is going to probably act like this card was the card of the year because there were some knockouts and some submissions and some interesting fights. But in reality, this card was dog shit. It was dog shit on paper, and if you watched it, it was dog shit. So I wasted my Saturday watching this card, sadly. But I had nothing else to do. So that's it, guys. Y'all let me know what y'all enjoyed the card. If y'all enjoyed really anything about the card. What was y'all's favorite fight? I don't even know. If you made it this far in the video, what's your favorite outdoor activity? Yeah, that's the question for today's video. But yeah, thanks. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of those videos.